Hello there, everybody. It's me, Kay, and welcome to our Halloween special. I hope everybody's had a fun spooky month with the spooky videos. Tonight, for our Halloween treat, we are going to be playing all the way through a classic horror adventure game, The Uninvited. Let me just set up my mic here. Needs a little adjusting. There we go. And I am playing this on a collection of very faithful ports that was released for Steam, the 8-Bit Adventure collection. It's quite nice. It also has Shadowgate and Deja Vu, the other two of the classic MacVenture titles that were ported to the NES. Let's get started. Alright, look out. The last thing you remember before blacking out was a spider that writes text, apparently. It was a shadowy figure appearing in the road in front of you. You heard your sister cry out as you swerved the car into this tree. You realize that you are alone. Your sister must have gone for help. The smell of gasoline fills the air. You must have punctured the tank. You pry yourself free of the steering wheel, intent on finding your sister. Okay, now, in a lot of horror games, like adventure-style games, especially point-and-click adventures of the day, this would be a screen where you'd have to do something incredibly important, right? There'd be an item in your car that you need to beat the game. Not so in this. You just leave your car immediately, but we can look around. Let's examine... How do I do the controls here? Hang on. I'm not familiar with this control scheme. Let me a sec here. Okay, so the arrow keys, yeah, there we go. So I should have full mouse control now. Yeah, examine car. The speedometer has nothing to monitor. This car isn't going anywhere. The front is smashed in and gas is leaking. Through the windshield, you see the exterior of a mansion. I see a tree, frankly. The steering wheel has guided you in and out of traffic for a year now. It has a new leather cover on it. Damn, that's a shame. Let's open the side door. Car door opens with some effort. And let's get the hell out of here. The door is open. Yeah, we want to move, though. There we go. An explosion erupts behind you as your car bursts into flames. At least it will save you the cost of a tow. You find yourself standing in front of an old mansion. It gives you the creeps. And yes, our protagonist is going to have dumb one-liner thoughts throughout this. They're kind of a weird person. We're going to talk about them a little bit. First of all, we have the worst sister, because she just up and left while we were unconscious in a burning car. That seems like a poor decision for our well-being. Let's see here. Can't do that. Yeah, I can't. Examine. I need to click examine. There we go. It's a mailbox. Could there be mail inside? Sure, probably. It's a marble statue of a young Grecian man. Okay, how about you? Also a young Grecian man. How do we know that they're Grecian? It's a wooden door. The mansion is cold and foreboding. You sense great evil within. Alright, well, let's open the door. It won't open. Okay. Let's open the mailbox, then. Open the mailbox. Yes, thank you. Okay, it contains an envelope. Open the envelope. It won't... Yeah, I don't want to open it. I want to examine it, damn it. This note reads, "Dear Master, please forgive me. My health prevents me from aiding you in your battle against the evil Draken. You teach your students well. They become too powerful for their own good. Enclosed is an amulet that should look familiar. Wear this charm and think of me. The undead will surely fear it. Still the evil, my friend. Set it free for the sake of the family. Fare thee well." Okay, well, we're definitely taking that pendant. Take pendant. That's now in our property. You pick up the pendant and it begins to sparkle. Then, the door to the mansion opens and dares you to enter. Is it like, I pity the fool who walks through these doors? Could your sister be in there? I don't know why she could be, because we had to get an amulet to open the door, but Maybe. I mean, it is right in front of where our car exploded. You can take the letter too. The letter's not needed in any way, shape, or form, but I'm taking it just to showcase a nice feature of the game. Alright, well, let's go ahead and move on in. Alright. As you enter, the door slams shut behind you. This foyer is a large and luxurious room. Still, it seems strangely oppressive. Okay. So you can't go back out there. You're closed off into the mansion from here on. But that's okay, because you couldn't have gotten in without picking up the pendant. That was the thing that opened the doors in the first place. So I don't think there are any fail states you can get trapped in Uninvited. If there are, I do not recall them. There are, however, 2 massively dick moves in this game that I will point out when they happen. Let's look around. There's dried wood in the fireplace. Okay. It's a painting of a great snake. It looks like a painting of a potato with a mohawk and a bra to me, but I'm not so sure. Painting of a bat over here? Painting of a great eagle diving with extended talons. Alright. This small rug barely covers the floor. The chair looks like it's worth a bundle. Yeah, we'll remember to steal it on the way out. The couch looks soft. You feel something hard sewn into it. Well, we can't do anything about that right now, so let's see about doors. It leads into the next room. It's a wood door. You see nothing unusual. Okay, so let's open this door. And let's move on through. This hallway is much too quiet. You feel like something is waiting to get you. Alright, well, let's look at the stairs. It's a carpeted staircase. That's very nice. It's a small painting of a young fellow. A young fellow? Good. Alright. Oh, a strange woman appears. She is dressed like Scarlett O'Hara. Okay. This woman wears the dress of a Southern belle. Can we talk to you? You speak to her and she says, "Thank you for coming back for me, my love. You will be mine forever." That's ominous. So we're gonna do the natural thing, and I assume punch her. And we get what we deserve for hitting women. You have gotten the attention of the mysterious lady. She turns to face you. Her face is devoid of any flesh. You are frozen with horror as she begins ripping you apart. She laughs hysterically as your body slumps to the ground. It is pretty funny. Okay, this is our Grim Reaper. We're gonna be seeing this mug a lot. This is our Grim Reaper equivalent for this game. We had just Grim Reaper and Shadowgate, but we've got just a big red skull. Not the Red Skull, he's not a Nazi. The quest is over. And if you click continue, it puts you in the room that you were in before you died. Well, let's leave that room alone, because that's the ghost lady, or Scarlett O'Hara, or the skeleton belle, depending on... They have many names for these characters, since none of them have an official name. We'll just close that to remember that we don't go in there yet. We'll go in here instead. This seems like a safer place. Okay, this seems nice. This room was designed for deep thought and research. Okay. The star chart shows Orion and Cassiopeia. That would put it in the north sky, I believe, if it shows Orion and Cassiopeia. This antique globe is rusted into position and no longer spins. That star chart, by the way, is the subject of an incredibly obtuse Easter egg that gets you into a secret room in the PC version of the game. This is the NES version of the game, so we can't do that here. That room was cut from the NES version. It's a bookcase filled with many fine books. I'm sure the shelves are made of rich mahogany, too. It's a large ancient book. Alright. Open the magic book. About magic in general. Magic is not good nor bad. If it is used properly, good may result from it. If it is not used properly, terrible things can happen. What follows are a few magical spells. From nothing it shall form, and none shall see thee. Claudici. This spell, to the best of my knowledge, does nothing. It never comes up in the game at all. Not even in the PC version, like the Mac version, where there was a little more stuff. I don't think this ever does anything. But we learned Cloudisi, useless as it is. Awake to a sleep, movement to still, 6 legs or more, bend to your will, Stellini. That is useful, and I don't think it's in the PC version. If the path is barred with more than one, the storm to come to make them run. THUNDEDE. THUNDEDE's my favorite, because it sounds like you're a complete twit if you just run around yelling THUNDEDE. From here to there when stone walls impair. Telemaze. Another feature of the NES version, which is a very handy one we'll use later. You memorize the magic words. Ah, mag book disappeared. Okay, so we know some magic. How do we even do that? Oh, right, through these pages. Yeah, there's our spells, and there's our properties. Well, we may as well yell THUNDEDE, right? You shout THUNDEDE as loudly as possible. This motherfucker just walks in here, reads this, and yells, THUNDEDE! Nothing happens. As well it shouldn't. Well, we're done in here. We did need to read that magic book. Inside the mansion's foyer. Okay, so I guess we have no choice but to go in there. The door is open. Let's go. Okay. Well, first thing to do is yell THUNDEDE. No. Let's go ahead and open a door. Yep, there's the bell. Let's yell THUNDEDE at her. You shout THUNDEDE! Nothing happens. Okay. We can move, just not past her. Oh, can't go through the door until you open it. Yes, it's one of those kinds of games. Nope. That got her attention. She ate us again. There's a skeleton. Okay, so what do we do? Well, yelling THUNDEDE didn't solve the problem. Let's not touch any of the doors. Let's instead go through the open door. Okay? That's this door. Okay, so no, that's not good. Let's go up the stairs then. Opening the doors seems to summon her. Okay, the floor creaks under your weight. Well, let's yell THUNDEDE. THUNDEDE! Nothing happens. Okay. Let's look around then. There are 5 doors. There's a giant stuffed fish. Okay, so presumably the master of this house enjoys Billy the Big Mouth Bass, but we don't. Let's open this door and head in. This must be the master bedroom. There is a stale smell about this room, and a little fancy wheelchair. That's nice. Let's look at it. It's an old wheelchair. It's a small black diary. This bed looks mighty inviting. The way you feel, you could climb into it and sleep for a week. Photograph is of a beautiful woman. It reads, Terry Marsh, Duchess of Trent. The eyes of the man in this photograph are dark and sunken. The one in the photograph is quite beautiful. The name reads Miss Vicky Porter. I don't know if these are a reference to anything, actually. It's a large, heavy chest with 2 doors. See nothing unusual. What is this thing over here? Oh, it's a lamp. Lamp must have been used for reading. You can turn it on, I believe. You pull the chain, the light turns on. Nothing happens, but it's just a thing. Let's open the cabinet. It won't open, it's locked. Alright. Well, let's take that diary. We always want a diary. Diary number 2, in fact. Okay. Small black diary. Well, let's open it then. Open the diary 2. This diary reads, I have lost control of Draken. My star student now fancies himself a master. Though his power is strong, his spirit is weak. He is easily corrupted by the dark spirits of greed and power. My servant, more aware than I, sealed his star in my hingeless box. They're locked away beyond his stare. I've hidden the key. A chair knows where. Okay, so we have a little puzzle. He's hidden a key. A chair knows where. There's a green liquid inside the bottle. Well, we're taking that. We're taking this candelabra, or candlestick. You never know when you need that, right? Let's open the bottle. Okay, let's just drink that shit, because that's the kind of person we are. Would you like to use this on? Self. Find the brown liquid somewhat tasty. It has a flavor not unlike almonds. You feel very nauseous. Okay, so we just drank a bottle of cyanide, I guess, but that's fine. We just drink whatever random-ass bottle we find. We're gonna eat and drink everything in our path, because that's just our way. Open the door. Get on the floor. Everybody do the dinosaur. The decor of this room could be described as African Art Deco. Okay. This is an ancient African ceremonial mask. This little Indian man looks like some kind of voodoo doll. Okay, we'll take both those. Those seem valuable. Take the doll. Take the mask. This large bathtub seems to have been cut from a single slab of granite. Used to be the skin of a zebra. Now it serves as a mat on a bathroom floor. You let out a startled scream at the sight of your own reflection. You can't remember ever looking so awful. Be careful, you wouldn't want to be caught dead looking like this. Punch the fucking mirror. Mirror broke. The pieces sparkle beautifully. There. Let's see here. There's orange liquid in the small bottle. This relatively plain vial contains a blue liquid. Alright, well, we're taking them with us. We're gonna drink the contents of these random bottles we found in the bathroom, too. Open up bottle 3. Open the bottle 4. And let's drink bottle 3. You splash the liquid on yourself, you smell like cheap perfume, and then you chug it, because that's got alcohol in it. Would you like to use this on? Me! You splash too much of cologne, you smell real manly now, and then you drink it, because it has alcohol in it. Like, look, we need to get fucked up if we're gonna do anything in this place. Okay. Let's take a look at this floor. It creaked when we got here. You see nothing unusual. Okay, if you're sure. I'm worried that it's gonna fall. Open the door. Let's go in this room. Oh, it seems to be an ordinary bedroom with incredibly ominous music. You feel very, very weak. Pressure begins to bear down on you. Alright. This abstract painting has no signature upon it. Curtains on the window is decorative. It's a large mirror. The mirror broke. The pieces sparkle beautifully. Fuck your mirror. It's a broken mirror. Wardrobe closet has a mirror on it. Can we open the wardrobe closet? Nothing's in here. Okay. Close the wardrobe. A stain adorns this leather-covered diary. Oh, goody, another one of these. Open the diary 1. This diary reads, "My star is gone, but not..." Oh, hang on. I'm evil, so... "My star is gone, but not lost. Master's servant will pay for his betrayal. The vehicle of my power has not yet served its purpose. When it sets me free, I will have a chance to realize my unlimited potential. The forces of the technological society will be unprepared for the likes of me. I will not be denied. My victory is inevitable." Yeah, okay. We'll just take that with us, sure. Diary 1. Okay. Let's examine this. Solid-looking table makes a hollow ring when you knock on it. Oh, well, then let's knock on it more. Nothing happens. Okay, then maybe we open it. Open the table. There's a scroll. Scroll 1. Okay. Let's open scroll 1. The scroll reads, "Doll, doll, wilt thou lead the lost?" You memorize the magic words. So we learned doll, doll. Ah, scroll 1 disappeared. Okay. Let's look around the room a little more. Cushy bed offers little support for your bad back. It's a small reading lamp. Yay. I believe we can turn that on if we want. Doesn't do anything, but here you go. Pull the chain, the light turns on. What is this? Wax drippings decorate the sides of this candle. Well, candles could be useful. Yeah. Okay, and before we leave, we definitely want to scream THUNDEDE, right? You shouted, "THUNDEDE!" Nothing happens. Alright. Open the door. This bathroom is cold and dark. You notice that there is no toilet. Ah, that means it's not actually truly a bathroom if it doesn't have a toilet. Let me see if I remember my interior design and architecture shit. If it doesn't have... There's 4 fixtures in a bathroom that are critical to the bathroom. There's a toilet, a sink, a shower, and a bath. If you're missing the shower or the bath, you have a 3/4 bath. If you're missing the bath and the shower, you have a half bath. If you're missing a toilet, you have what is commonly known as a washroom, or, depending on where you are in the country, a powder room. But it is not truly a bathroom at that point. So that's just worth noting. Just a random fun fact. This is not a bathroom. If there's no toilet, it can't be a bathroom. It's a washroom. Alright. It's a mirror with a beautiful frame. Take a moment to check your hair. And then you punch it because you're a weirdo. Mirror broke. The pieces sparkle beautifully. This floor-standing sink is very shiny. It shows no signs of neglect or disuse. The faucet is old and chipped. Years have not dulled the beautiful shine on the porcelain tub. This bar of soap emits no odor. It's a soft towel. It's a laundry basket. This light fixture seems to have been shaped to be gripped. That's a weird fact. The bath mat is speckled with color. Okay, so we're going to take the soap. That could come in handy. You take the towel. Open the hamper. There's towel 2 in the hamper. I don't care about towel 2. Let's examine it. This towel smells pretty bad. You also notice that it's stained with blood. Yeah, I don't want that one so much. Can I take the rug? Just because? No. Okay. Can I take the rug? You can't take it. Damn. Alright, well, we'll leave the not bathroom. The other bathroom was probably a bathroom. Yeah, we don't like this bedroom. There's something bad about it. Can we do anything with the bed? Use the bed? No? Okay. Well, we don't like that room. That was no good. Though we did find an interesting spell in there, doll. We've already yelled THUNDEDE at this room. Open the door. What could be in here? The bedroom is sparsely furnished. It is probably a guest bedroom. Alright, well, let's punch that mirror over there. I see you. Boom. Fuck you, mirror. Fuck you too, window. Alright. Before there was solid-state technology, there were big radios. Yeah. Cushy bed offers little support for your bad back. Too real. I have a horrible back. I have really bad scoliosis in my lower back because of a genetic condition, so I have to have a special bed to sleep in or I can't use my legs the next day. The smallest black dresser is of painted pine. What's in the dresser? Open the bureau. Ah yes, here's the first dick move of the game. It's a large blood-red ruby. You feel some sort of strange power running through it. Naturally, this is an item that you need to take. It's not an item you need to take, though. It actually kills you. But it kills you like 15 or 20 moves later. And you don't have anything to suggest that the ruby's what's killing you. So it's possible to pick this up and then just start dying for no explainable reason, because the developers are dicks. This was their timer mechanism for the game that they wanted to put in, because in the PC version, the house is sucking the life out of you as you take your actions. So everything you do is slowly killing you, and you have no idea how long you have to last. They took that out of the NES version and instead put in this ruby. Don't pick up the fucking ruby. The ruby just kills you later. You can get rid of it in some areas of the house, but ooh, don't take it. You really don't need it. I will pick it up though, because I'm an asshole. Let's take the ruby. Take the ruby. Even though you shouldn't. Also, let's yell THUNDEDE at this room while we're here, because that's our thing. THUNDEDE! Nothing happens. Okay. Let's leave. Well, you are on the second floor hallway. Let's see about this door then. Open the door. The spiral stairs lead to the second floor. Well, I fucking know I'm taking that. Although this axe is old, it is still very sharp. Let's take this axe. Take the axe. Let's promptly fuck around with it and use it on ourselves. Oh, as you were fooling around, the axe slipped out of your hand. Oh no, axe cut you. You're really bleeding. It looks like you're going to die here. Too bad for your sister. I think we did our sister a favor, frankly, at that point, if that's how stupid we are. Anyway, we died, so. All right, let's move on back into that room, please. The door is open. I need to just move to it. Yes, there we go. I absolutely want to take a battle axe with me in a haunted house. This seems like an incredibly useful thing. Let's head up the stairs now, so there's nothing else here. Iron bars are set in the floor and go up to the ceiling. Has someone been kept in there as punishment for betraying the master? Well, let's open the... Oh, shit, you pull open the cell door. Blah, 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 blah. A hideous skeleton forms inside the cell. In a deathly dry voice, it says, "There is no escape from here. There is no escape. No escape." His voice fades out as the image fades. That does not look like a skeleton. That looks like Michael Myers. That looks like somebody in a William Shatner mask. In the PC version, it's actually headless and holding a severed head, which is a lot more metal, but obviously they weren't going to do that in the NES. Okay, so you can just continue on. Let's walk in the cell like a complete moron. As you enter the cell, you hear the door slam shut behind you. There's no escape. You are trapped. Eventually, you die and your spirit joins the others on the estate. Your quest is over. Yeah, okay. There's no point to that room, by the way, so we don't have to go up there. We'll just leave it alone. Okay, well, let's try this last door that we haven't tried. There's no point even yelling THUNDEDE. Nothing's gonna happen up there. Oh, it's a small closet. Okay, well, let's turn on the light and look around. Teeth marks riddle this old box. Well, obviously we want that. Take the hat box. Oh, we can open that. Open the hat box. Use the fucking hat, dude. You can't use what you didn't oh, I have to take the hat. Okay. Take the hat. Use... Oh. What's happening to you? The evil air that pervades the estate seems to have invaded your very being. Your head and chest feel heavy and thick. Now, this would make you think that you just did something when you picked up a hat. However, that's the ruby fucking you over. In fact, let's go into our inventory and leave the hat box here. We don't need it, obviously. Hat box. Yeah. You ask yourself, where should you leave this? You can't drop it here. Uh-oh. That's right, you have to have certain places where you can drop things. Well, let's take what we need out of here. What's this, soap? Take the soap box, okay. Then this contains pesticide. I don't need the pesticide. Cat bottle's label reads, "No ghost. Use when you want the dead guests to return to their world." Yeah, we definitely want that. Take the no ghost. Let's examine this, too. Can's labeled Spider Cider. The instructions read, "Knocks out arachnids and has been proven effective by leading entomologists." Okay. That'll probably be helpful later, so we'll take that with us, too. Take the spray. We don't need the pesticide, we don't need the bowl or the ashtray. It's a pretty dirty box. It's so dust covered you can't see its original color. Alright, well, I think we're good down here. I think we know what we need to use the no-ghost on. So let's get out of here. No, the broom isn't useful either. It's a quiet hallway. You need to drop items in certain rooms because of NES memory limitations to get rid of them. Items you get rid of are destroyed. They're just gone, okay. Let's go ahead and open a door. There's the ghostly bell, okay. Open. Use open on the fucking no-ghost first. Open the no-ghost. Use the no-ghost on the yes-ghost. She just kind of loses cohesion. You pour the foul-smelling liquid on the bell. She lets out a horrifying scream as she begins to melt away. What a world, what a world. Alright, we'll open this door now. Go through here. Imagine that this is the game room. Uh-oh. You feel a force taking over your mind. You know that it is not your own. You begin to feel almost at home here among the undead. No, you say out loud, shaking your head. I will find my sister. We need to find a place where we can drop stuff. And we have found the place. You feel sorry for the animals that were killed to make the trophies, it said there as I entered. We need to hurry and open this door. You're in the backyard. In this distance, you can see 3 buildings. You should leave what you don't need here. Yes, we should. Let's leave the ruby here so it stops murdering us. You ask yourself, where should you leave this? You can't drop it here. Yes, I can. I can drop that here. What are you talking about, game? Why can't I drop the ruby here? Game, what are you telling me? You can leave the ruby here. Discard the ruby. There we go. You have to discard it off to the side. Okay, so the ruby's gone now. We threw it away. Now, if I were to throw away, say, the axe, which I do need... Wait, don't do it. The game won't let you throw away items that have a use. So, that's important to note. If it serves some purpose, even just informationally, the game will not let you discard it. This is a wonderful way to know how to get rid of everything that you don't need. Okay, so let's go ahead and yell THUNDEDE. You shout at THUNDEDE as loudly as possible. Nothing happens. Well, let's look around out here. Now that we're not on a timer anymore. You stand at the entrance of a large domed building. Okay. You see nothing unusual. Yeah, I do. It's a pentagonal hole. It appears something used to reside in it. This silver orb and spire decorate the door nicely. This is the door to the Magisterium, obviously. You wonder if they light up or something. Can we open it? Obviously, we're not going to open it. Nope. Now let's see what else is here. You can leave what you don't need here. Oh, bird. You see a bird fly past you. Okay. You stand before the greenhouse. The glass is covered with dust. That's not what we need right now. Let's go over here. As you approach the building, you see that it is guarded by 2 menacing dogs. Dogs, you say to yourself. Why did it have to be dogs? Okay. This dog looks fierce enough to turn you into puppy chow. Can we speak to the dog? The dog bares his teeth at you and snarls. Do we punch the dog? Looks more like a werewolf. The dog suddenly charges you. You are overcome by the canine savagery. The last thing you see is the dog's vicious fangs lunging for your throat. You died. Yeah. Okay, so don't fuck with the dogs. However, we do actually have the solution here. Rap, rap, rap. Some very Nest dog bark there. Okay, so there are 2 dogs here, right? Dog looks fierce enough to turn you into puppy chow. Okay. Remember THUNDEDE? The path is barred with more than one. The storm to come to make them run. The path is barred by more than one. We finally get to do something. We yell, THUNDEDE. You shout THUNDEDE as loudly as possible. Suddenly lightning begins to flash and you hear a loud peal of thunder. At this, the dogs recoil. They put their tails between their legs and scamper away. The door is now unguarded. Yay! So THUNDEDE finally came in handy. We're just gonna yell it again, though. THUNDEDE! Nothing happens. Okay. Damn. Well, we took care of the THUNDEDE situation. Let's head back into the house. The trophy room. Feel bad for the animals, yes. It's the game room. You now have to question the reliability of your eyes. You think you see a somewhat cute, abstract creature with a key in its hand prance by. That creature has a fan name. It would be a spoiler to tell you what it is right now because it's also the solution to getting their key. Some people also refer to him as the little bastard, which is a great name for him. Okay, since we're not doing anything over there, I'm going to close this to mark that I'm not going there yet. Let's look around. Until now, you had only seen a gramophone in the movies. Let's use it. You hear music being played. That's music from Shadowgate. You may recall it from our playthrough of Shadowgate. Snap! You hear something break and the music grinds to a halt. It's a cute Easter egg. It's a chessboard, but you see no chess pieces. Amazingly, this is not part of any puzzle, it's just there. Scratch marks adorn this cabinet. Could they have been made when someone tried to open it? It won't open, it's locked. Okay. The scientific name for this painting must be Uglius Maximus. Shut up. The man in the painting gives you a penetrating stare. He seems almost alive. And what is this? Why, there's a plate here. Maybe someone was feeding their pet. That's a big clue. Maybe we should feed that little bastard something. And then he might give us the key. Well, let's move back out here. Now that the ghost lady is gone, we can open these doors and see what's in them. This is an impressive sight. You could throw a terrific birthday bash in this room. All right, let's look around. It's a fruit basket. It's a bouquet of flowers. These would look good on a tombstone. Okay, that's odd to say. It's a painting of a landscape. This painting shows an eagle flying off with a snake in its talons. That's a clue to a puzzle that was changed, and so it's not actually a clue to it anymore. Believe it or not. So that's actually irrelevant. The finely cut crystals dangling around the light throw tiny rainbows about the room. Okay. And there is a fireplace? Yes, charred wood left in the fireplace, as well as two doors back there, and a door to the side that we can't see in the picture. Okay, so we definitely want to take some stuff. Let's open the fruit basket first of all. Open the bowl. Banana, plum, and an apple. I'm gonna take all those. Let's look at them. Yeah, these things usually travel in bunches. Plum. This plum reminds you of Japan. Ah, beloved Japan. Apple. This apple looks like a Macintosh. A little reference to being a Mac game originally. Let's go ahead and just eat them all because they're here. Oh, we'll have to take it all, that's right. Take the banana. I like bananas, they're okay. I like apples. Macintosh is okay. And I do like Japan, so I'll take this plum too. Let's go ahead and use those. We're gonna eat those. We're just gonna eat all this shit, because we eat everything we find. Oh yeah, can I eat the soap? I wanna eat the soap. Wipe the soap up and down your arms. Now is not time for personal hygiene. I wanted to eat it. I'm gonna assume we ate the soap. It seems like about our speed. Oh yeah, I was gonna put the hat on. What would you like to use this on? Me! This hat is too small for your head. Well, fuck off then. You wasted my time. Okay, let's eat the banana. You bite into the fruit. It's not as fresh as it looks. If it were very bad, it would be black, I would think. Let's eat the apple. Bite into the fruit. It's not as fresh as it looks. Neither was the Macintosh reference, frankly, but let's eat the plum. You bite into the fruit. It's not as fresh as it looks, but it does remind you of the great taste of Japan. My favorite country. Japan. Of course, my heritage is not Japan. I am from France. Even though I am American. They're gonna take that bouquet, though, because it's very obviously something important because of the colors popping so much. So we'll take the bouquet. Let's see what else is around here. Let's open this door. And head over here. This kitchen seems to have been a recent addition. Could there be anything to eat here? Okay. This frying pan has a nice heat-dispersing handle. Okay, that's nice. It's an ordinary pot. This pan is coated with one of those no-stick surfaces. This is a very sharp little blade. It's a meat cleaver just like the butchers on TV commercials use. I want to take that knife. That's another good armament. Take knife too. Don't need the meat cleaver. Small cookie jar. This cookie jar is quite large. Okay, let's open the small cookie jar. Nothing's in here. You close the jar. Nothing's in here. You close that jar. Damn. Door won't budge the oven. Damn. It's an old oven. You see nothing unusual? It's an old oven. Yeah, just... okay. Nothing overly impressive about these cabinets. Let's open them up. Nothing's in here. It won't budge. Okay, so... well, there was a knife in here. That was convenient for us. Let's see what's over here. Can't go through the door until you open it. Well, it'd be nice if you'd show me that that's a door. Game. Let's go in here. Oh, another one of these. Pantry smells musty and stuffy. Okay. What we got here? Cooking thermometer seems to be broken. Well, that's not helpful. Box of matches. That's incredibly useful. And in fact, it is. You need it to complete the game. They were a pain in the ass to use in the Mac version. You had to open the matchbox, take a match, use a match on the matchbox side, not on like the matches in the matchbox, otherwise you burn them all up and lose, and strike one on the side to use a match. It was a pain in the ass. It's one of those 20-pound economy-sized bags of white flour. Obviously, we're going to pick that up. Let's use that. We're going to eat the flour. Nothing happens. We're made of sterner stuff than most, then, that's for damn sure. Jar contains iodized salt. That can be incredibly handy in a undead magical situation. This solid fine pewter plate is covered with embarrassing water spots. Don't eat off pewter, kids. It contains lead. It's not good for you. Assume this silver dish is used at parties. Well, that's made of silver, so we definitely want that. Looks like a spatula. You never know. You can't... oh, hang on. I misclicked it. There we go. Take the spatula. An aged salami. That's coming with. That's coming with right now. That's the best treasure we've found so far. Let's eat the salami. It's rotten and no longer edible. Well, damn. That didn't save the fruit from us. Can we eat the salt? Nothing happens. Well. Well, that's everything that looked useful out of there. So let's go ahead and... there's no point yelling THUNDEDE. We've already done that enough. Move. You're inside the kitchen. Okay, open the damn door that we can't even see, you fuckers. There, open the door. Okay. Whoever had occupied this room must have been satisfied with small accommodations. The lack of dust tells you that this is a servant's room. I'm not sure why it tells us that, frankly. The bristles of this dirty brush are filled with strands of gray hair and white specks. The bottle of cologne is labeled Horse Trader. Because that's what you want to smell like, a horse trader. Ladies, do you want a guy who smells like horses? Like a stable? I don't want a guy who smells like a stable, frankly. That's not pleasant. Let's open this. Nothing's in here. You close the bureau. Well, we're taking the cologne, because we're going to drink it. It contains alcohol. What must we smell like at this point from all the shit we've just sprayed on ourselves? A fine mist of cologne settles onto you. You smell so nice, like a stable, and then you drink the rest of it because it contains alcohol and you need to get crunk. This painting looks like Picasso's rendering of the Twilight Zone's title shot. Yeah, Picasso, by the way, was a fan of the Twilight Zone, like a super fan of it, and did several paintings of the Twilight Zone's title shot. There's no signature on it. And a mark on the wall. It may have been made by the picture sliding sideways. Can we use this? Nothing happens. Can we open it? Won't open. Hit it? Nothing happens. Can you take the painting? Can't take it. Alright, let's use the lamp then. Maybe we get a better look. Turn on the floor lamp. Ah, it seems that there's a book set inside the wall. Suddenly a spirit covered in chains stands before you. This is my room. Who let you in here? Draken must have sent you. You cannot have it. You cannot have my precious. I have hidden it. No, you must leave. Leave me and my precious alone. Yes, all alone. Alright, Bilbo Baggins. Get the fuck out my way. The screaming apparition's misty form engulfs you, and you become covered in a thick, sticky goo. Oh. Didn't know this was this kind of ghost. It's acid, oh. Doesn't take long for it to dissolve your body. Your quest is over. Okay, well. Yeah, okay, let's use the lamp to open that up. There you go. Yep, spirit shows up. Yep, the precious. Alright, fuck off, Bilbo. We're getting out of here. Gollum-ass motherfucker ain't gonna squirt his dirt all over me this time. Very forward ghost, that fellow. Let's try this door. We don't have the solution to deal with that ghost. The solution to deal with that ghost is the most asshole-ish thing in the entire game, by the way. We'll get there. This room is really cold. Where in the world could this awful chill be coming from? Well, we'll find out later. This ink blotter is marked with the lines of many letters. We don't need the ink blotter. This leather couch has seen better days. This mountainscape is stunning and exhilarating. You can almost smell the mountain air. Let's open this. On the desk. There's a card. What's the card? The element's name and atomic number are as shown. Copper, 29. Silver, 47. Gold, 79. Mercury, 80. Lead, 82. Uranium, 92. That is part of a puzzle solution, and you would really want that unless you know your periodic table well enough. So we'll just take that just to have it on hand for that. So that's clearly a fucking puzzle solution item. What's in this? Won't open, it's locked. Okay. Well, that's about all we got going on in this room. Dining room. Let's open the door over here. We haven't been in this room yet. Oh no, we have. Okay. Let's go back in there then. That was the dining room? Yes. What's back here then? Can't go through the door until you open it. Fuck off. Then show me that there's a closed door, you dicks. Ah, game room. Oh. He's back. He stops over the plate, too. Smiling key-bearing creature prances quickly past you again. He waves his key wildly, teasing you with it as he runs through the room. What an odd little weirdo. So that takes us back to the dining room from here. Okay. We want to go into the big hallway here, and let's open up this door and see what's in here. This parlor has lost little of its original charm. Alright. Seen through the dirty window looks pretty grim. A chandelier hangs from the ceiling. This chair is another fine example of the exquisite antique furniture in this house. Okay. The flowers in this vase are very beautiful. Can we take the flowers? We might need flowers. Take the vase. Oh, we took the whole goddamn thing. Okay. What about this carpet? This simple rug seems slightly out of place in this room. Can we take it? Nope. It's just a red herring. Let's open the door. Open the door. From here, you have a splendid view of the desolate estate. A large black spider quickly runs by you along the railing. Yep, you go, little guy. I like spiders. They're very handy, helpful little guys to have around. Okay, so this is an unlisted place that you can toss shit. So, do we need the salami? Discard the salami. Do we need the spatula? Nope. The dish? Silver plate? Nope. Didn't need it. Salt jar? Nope. The vase? Nope. All that shit's useless. No purpose in the game at all. Discard the flour bag. The card you don't discard because it helps you. Let's see. The hat box. I'm gonna throw this hat like fucking Odd Job because it doesn't fit me and that makes me mad because a jaunty hat is wonderful. Okay, how about the soap box? Nope. We do need the spray. Let me see what else is in my inventory. Don't need that. We already drank that. We already drank that. Nope, can't throw the diary away because it's helpful. It contains information. Even if you don't need it, you can discard the candle. Soap's useless. Towel is useless. The axe? Nope. Axe useful. Axe very useful. Okay. Letter? Nope, can't throw away the letter. How about the bottle 1? Yep, don't need it. Candle 2? Nope. Mask? Nope. Doll. Nope, because that's not the doll. You don't cast doll on that one. It doesn't do anything. There's a doll later that you cast doll on, so don't worry. That doll doesn't do shit. Alright, so I believe that's about everything, but while we're here, we saw a spider, and we have some spider cider on hand. Sprayed on the railing where the spider ran out. Wide aerosol stream sprays from the spider cider can. It leaves the railing sticky. Now, if you leave here, and you go back outside, that spider will run across again. The spider becomes paralyzed as it comes into contact with the spider cider. So now we take the spider with us. Take the spider. Okay, why do we have a spider? That's a very good question that you may be asking yourself right now. The answer is it's a solution to a puzzle. If I can remember where the hell that room was. I think if I go in here, it takes me to game room. There's the little bastard again. It's definitely not your imagination. This little creature is running circles around you. All that running probably makes him extremely hungry. Yeah, he'll just keep showing up in there. He can show up in other rooms too sometimes. In this room? Yes, okay. No, that's the wrong one. The servant's quarters is the one I want, which I believe is this room right here. And then to here. Yes, okay. It's Ghost Man. Okay. Throw the spider at the ghost. Now, this is the ghost of the butler. The butler's scared of spiders. Do you know how I know this? Do you know how the game tells you this? It doesn't. The game never tells you in any way, shape, or form that this spider is a necessary thing for a puzzle, and that you're supposed to throw it at this asshole. The game never tells you this at all. It is such a monumental dick move that there's just a puzzle with no solution taught to you in any way. Nothing suggests this, nothing implies this, nothing outright tells you this, nothing. You wheel back and throw the unconscious spider at the ghost. The ghost shrieks at the sight of the stunned spider. Flustered and frightened, the spirit dissolves from view. You could only possibly achieve this if you just decided that you were going to throw a spider at him. And just baffling fucking decision. Take diary 3. Okay, I think that's the last of the diaries. Small black diary. Let's open her up. Open the diary 3. This diary reads, "The master would not or could not, so I have stolen Draken's star. He is an evil soul. Unlike the master, he uses his power for amusement and profit. He is not concerned with spiritual enlightenment. There's no compassion with his power. I grow weak. I am dying. I have hidden the star in Master's special box. It never opens. It has no locks. Draken's star never discerns. In fire it freezes. In ice it burns." That's actually very important information. So this Draken, the bad guy Draken, his star's hidden in a hingeless box. In fire it freezes, in ice it burns. Okay. That's interesting. That's interesting. Okay, so whatever that star is, it's the opposite of whatever it's in. You don't have to do that to beat the game. You don't have to get that diary, so you don't actually have to solve that puzzle, to be fair. But why... I mean, your first time through, you're going to need to, because you're not going to know what the hell to do to get the star. Alright, open that up. We're going to head in here now. Okay, trophy room. Let's see here. The skin of this large jungle cat has been made into a throw rug. What a waste. Hey, there's fucking guns. It's a rifle. It has been locked up so it can't be used by anyone. That's unfortunate. This moose head is really quite large. What a blithe observation. This moose head is really quite large. It's a large stuffed white bear. It would look better in the Antarctic. And this. It's a cage for carrying animals. It looks pretty strong. Well, we're going to take that, definitely, because that looked different from everything else in here, so we need it. Well, I don't want to take the room. It's a game room. No little bastard that time, okay. We'll need the cage. We need to figure out where the hell that is hidden, though, because we need that item. We really, really need that star. Here. Now, remember one of these diaries mentioned, I've hidden the key, a chair knows where. Well, when we first looked at this chair, it said there's something hard sewn into it. We've got a knife, so we can rip into that bad boy and find what's in it. Slice over the couch and find a key. We'll be having that. Take key 1. Key 1 fucking rules, man, because it opens like 90% of this damn house. It is like the master key to this whole house. Alright, let's use key 1. Right there. The slightly offensively named doll. Let's take this. Take the gypsy doll, yeah. Now let's see here. We want to examine that. The looking doll is shaped like a gypsy fortune teller. We should really refer to them as Romani, though, modernly, because the word gypsy can be considered mildly to moderately offensive to many Romani people. So we don't use that word anymore. It's a bit antiquated, as is the term something being a gyp. The detail on the doll makes you think that it is almost alive. So let's go ahead and use a little magic here, because we've got a doll, and we've got a spell called Doll. We're done with THUNDEDE. Cloudisi doesn't do anything. We have Doll now. Doll, wilt thou lead the lost? Well, we're pretty damn lost, frankly. So let's speak Doll. Should Doll as loudly as possible. Weird voice emerges from the doll's lips. Talk to my pious brother. He can help you find your sister. A word from him can open doors in high places. Memorize the magic words. Oh, sesame. Okay, well that was useful. Alright. Moving onward. No, don't just randomly talk to a doorway. Now there was another locked one in one of the bedrooms, if I recall. Those are upstairs, so move up here. Try this one. Was this the one that had the lock? Yeah, this was locked. Master bedroom. Let's try using that there key of ours on that. Closet's unlocked. I told you, this thing works on everything, man. Damn, it's great. Alright, let's open up the cabinet. Closet is open. Oh, right, these are the things in it. Silly me, I'm a dumbass. Examine. The box has been shrink-wrapped. What's this? It seems to be generating heat inside it. Scroll 2. It's a rolled-up scroll sealed with wax. Let's open these scrolls up. Open scroll 2. It reads gold, silver, and mercury. Together they form a key. Alright. Open scroll 3. Scroll reads, the heart of the garden maze contains the Blothny gem. It is guarded by he who moves as the moon. Alright, we want all this stuff. Take the box. Take scroll 2. That's a clue. Take scroll 3. That's a clue. And take bottle 2, because we're going to drink that later. Alright, and we're good in here. We've got the box we needed. We're in the second floor hallway. We're just about done inside the house. Oh, that reminds me, we need to drink the bottle, don't we? Because we drink everything we find. Let's see here. Bottle 2. Open bottle 2. Bottle 2 is open. Dark liquid sloshes inside the bottle. Well, drink it. The black liquid quickly settles into the depths of your digestive system. You become nauseous and disoriented, then you slip into unconsciousness, never to awaken. Oh, it was lean. Shit. Now, we drank lean. My bad. Okay, well, maybe don't drink the lean. Okay, let's move on. We want to go back and throw away the junk we don't need anymore to clear up some inventory. Was it this way leads out there? No, that's the butler's room. I forget where the hell that was. Oh yeah, I think it was the very last one that we did. This door takes us to the, yeah, it's over here, I believe. Yeah, there we go. We can ditch some crap now. We don't need the knife anymore, for example. Discard the knife too. We don't need the slightly offensively named doll. We can toss that. We want to keep our scrolls. We don't want to leave them. And we can toss bottle too. Because we are not Lil Wayne. We don't need it. We're not even a large Wayne. We are a Wayne of no size in particular. Okay, now let's head back out the way we came, back to the parlor. Now, let's open up the box. It's called a hingeless box, I believe. Let's open it. It won't open. Well, I know one way to open a box. Let's use those matches that we had, because we can burn this box up. Match bursts into flames. What are you going to set on fire? That. When the flame is put near the firewood, it starts burning. Okay. Let's use the box on the flame. That should melt the plastic off of it. And burn the wood, I suppose. When you throw the box in the fireplace, it burns up. Clouds of smoke billow from the fireplace. The light reflects off of the star with a blinding radiance. Must have been in the box. This heavy brass star bears the inscription Fire and Ice. We can take it. It's quite cold. Remember, in fire it freezes, in ice it burns. So we have the star now. That's what we needed. That's about the last thing we need out of this house for a while. We'll be back here later, but it's time to head back outside. We already THUNDEDE'd the dogs out of the way, so let's go ahead and move out there. Let's deal with the greenhouse while we're here too. We still need the matches. Can't get rid of them yet. In front of the greenhouse. Let's open the greenhouse door. Now there's a whole shitload of pots that you can uselessly pick up in here. Plants within this greenhouse are very dead. Yeah, I imagine ghosts aren't the best gardeners. They have a brown thumb. I mean, you could have a brown thumb too if you were adventurous enough, but that's neither here nor there. Let's look at this. It's a metal watering can. It must be used for watering the plants. You can hear water sloshing around the can. Well, that's coming with, right? Yep. This is the only empty flower pot in the greenhouse. This dry soil needs watering. Well, dead plant in this pot has begun to decay. Yeah, all these are just dead. This one, though, needs watering, it says. So let's give it a little watering. In fact, I'm going to have some water, too. Excuse me. It's starting to dry my throat out. Water streams from the can into the hardened, cracked soil. A tiny sprout has pushed its nose out of the dry dirt. Inexplicably. That was fast. Let's water it some more. Water streams to the can in the hardened, cracked soil. The previously lifeless clay pot now sports a lush green plant. Okay. Let's water it again. Absolutely no water comes out of the watering can. It must be empty. Alright. Well, we need to find a way to refill our watering can. There's several ways to do it. There's only one way to do it in the PC version. In the NES version, they added this little faucet right here to save you some trouble. Let's use the faucet. Turn on the faucet, water gushes out. Okay. We can just refill here. In the PC Mac version of the game, you have to take it into the bathrooms and use the water there. Fill the watering can with water, it starts getting heavy. Okay, and now, you turn off the faucet. Just be polite, conserve. You know, don't waste it. Alright, so I can't close that or move it. Let's use the water can here. Water streams from the can into the hardened, cracked soil. Wow, the plant suddenly bears fruit. Well, let's have it. Take the fruit. The fruit looks quite tasty. Good. We're gonna go ahead and move on out of here. Let's have a bite of that nice fruit while we're here. Use fruit on the self, because we eat and drink everything, as we've ascertained. You bite into the right fruit. Both sweetness and sourness mix in your mouth. Suddenly, your body begins to age a year for every second. In moments, your body blows away in the wind. We chose poorly. Okay, well, don't eat that fruit, maybe. That's not such a good plan. Instead, we'll go out here. We still can't find a way into the Magisterium, so we have to head this way. To a place that most people do not really like at all, coming up pretty soon. We have a little bit to do before we get there, but we're on our way to the maze, and goddamn, the maze sucks. Beautiful door is decorated with large jewels. Well, can we open it? Sure can. Open the door. Hey! Stand in solemn awe in this abandoned house of worship. You feel the presence of long-dead worshippers. It's a beautiful stained glass window. This beautifully crafted ornament is attached firmly to the wall. Desecrating this shrine is not a good idea. That's a crucifix in the PC and Mac version, and this goblet is a cross in the PC and Mac version. This rather gaudy candle holder looks like it was stolen from Liberace's stage show. Damn, that's a dated reference. Let's take that. Take the candles. We want the candles. We didn't want the candle 1 or candle 2 that we picked up. No, we want these candles. Specifically. Is a marble bowl filled with celestial water. It means holy water, but Nintendo had weird censorship about religious iconography in the West. They didn't give a damn in Japan. Let's go ahead and take that, because that seems helpful. Take the goblet. As you fill the goblet, you see the altar move to the side. Wow, you found a secret passage. Cool. There's also a door over here. If you look, it looks like a door, but it won't open. There seems to be no keyhole. Under the altar is a dark hole, stretching down some 70 feet. The stale, damp odor of stagnant water rises up out of the hole. Okay, well, let's go down there then. You really don't want to climb down there. There's a spider down there that's bigger than a bread box. Okay. You really don't want to climb down there. Really, that spider's bad. Don't try to go down there. You really don't want to climb down there. The spider that's down there would rip you to shreds. But you can go down there, and here's the wonderfully realized spider. I love him. He's like, blah, 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 blah. Well, what do you know? It's a giant spider. That is considerably bigger than a bread box. That is like bigger than a man. It crushes your tiny body in its large, powerful jaws. Yeah, so don't go down there. It's not kidding. There's no way to prevent it from killing you if you go down that way. That's the way you go up later, not down now. Also, this bust. This heavy stone bust displays a look of pious self-righteousness on its marble face. Its solemn expression makes you think that he may have been deeply religious. Well, the doll did tell us that their brother was pious, and we should talk to them. So we should O Sesame him. Alright, there we go. Let's see here. O Sesame. You who would sleep in the dark world, O Sesame opens the door for the displaced. Speak O Sesame. You shouted O Sesame as loud as possible. The marble bust speaks. It moans these words. Let the door be opened for this poor strayed lamb, but he must not travel in darkness. As soon as the statue stops speaking, the door opens. Well, let's go. You step into a large yard. You see a stone maze in the distance. You see a spoopy Halloween ghost. A horrifying apparition in the shape of a classic ghost swoops down upon you like a bird of prey. The strange amorphous creature quickly begins to rip you apart. Well, at least you didn't come on me like the last one. Shrieking face is the last thing you'll ever see. Yeah, can't do that. Can't go out there where the ghost kills you. So, the clue was, must not travel in darkness, so why don't we light our candles? That should help, right? Let's go ahead and use matches. We got matches. Let's use matches. The match bursts into flames. What are you going to set on fire? Just me. Why not? Candles. There we go. My inner millennial is coming out. Set me on fire. Fuck it. The flame is put near the candles. It starts burning. Unsurprisingly. Now we can go out here. Step into a large yard. You can see a stone maze in the distance. A horrifying apparition in the shape of a classic ghost swoops down upon you like a bird of prey. The thing's offended by the flames and flies off to its supernatural home. It's offended by the flames. So it's like, oh my goodness, I never. Look at what this town's come to. Property values of this mansion. Ugh. How dare you have flames? Alright, fine. What's this up ahead? Amazing distance seems to be fairly large. Boy, it sure as hell is. You wonder where you are. All you can see is stone walls. You feel that you are lost in a very strange place. You seem to recall something written on that old scroll. Yeah, that scroll said that the Blothny Gem is hidden in this maze, whatever the hell that is. And we need it. You have to do it, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna follow the maze. Fortunately, I have a map. Not in game. I have a map brought up on my third monitor. Otherwise, this maze is like a good 30-40 rooms. Let's go ahead and examine this. There are letters engraved in the stone slab. It's very hard to read them. The Blothny Gem is in the deep place. Yeah, okay. We can leave here at any time by using that spell telemaze that we picked up. You can't do that in the PC version. Screw you. Alright, I do want to go over this way first. It's not the right way, but there is an Easter egg here that's cute. It's a reference to some of the other games. Oh! A zombie blocks your path. It smells of decay. Now punch the fucker. The zombie grabs your arm with its bony hands. In the PC version, he's got a gnarly, dangly eye hanging out, too. They edited that out for the NES release. Quickly, it takes a voracious bite out of you. The miserable dead now welcome your company. Skull. Okay. Alright, so we want to head onward from here. Okay, a zombie blocks your path. Well, we remember that the pendant was supposed to help us, it said, from these. The letter told us that, so let's use the pendant. A mysterious light suddenly shoots out of the pendant. The zombie's blasted right in the face. Oh, like I was when that one ghost got me. A blue nimbus engulfs the body of the zombie and, with a flash, disappears. Okay. Well, that takes care of the zombie. Zombies can just randomly appear anywhere in the maze. I'm gonna go one more over here. There we go. That's what I wanted to see. The name on the tombstone reads Ace Harding. The name sounds familiar, but you can't remember why. Ace Harding is the protagonist of the third of the Mac Venture games, Deja Vu. So it's a double reference to that game. Now, if I just speak telemaze, I get warped back here. Magic word probably can carry you instantly from the inside of the maze to its entrance. Now I understand what it means to go from here to there, you say to yourself. Okay, so we're done with that wing of it. I just wanted to show that, because it's a nice little Easter egg. Alright, let's move on, and we're going to head the correct way now. Which is to head from the first junction, you head to the west. And you keep heading to the west. Until you can go north, and then you want to go north. That's going to take you to a new thing. This. Let's examine this. There are letters engraved in the stone slab. It's very hard to read them. The pendant can protect you from the undead, just in case you didn't read the letter for whatever reason, or didn't remember. Now you follow the only path it can take you on. And you'll hit another room with a pedestal. What's this one? It says, the bouncing creature loves things that fly. Okay. Well, we can head this way. And if we keep going this way, it takes us where we need to go. Unfortunately, it's a group of zombies. You notice the parts of their bodies are missing. You can also smell the stench of decaying flesh. Let's go ahead and use the pendant on them. Unfortunately, it says it can protect you from the undead. It can't protect you from, like, an entire movie's worth of zombies, as we're gonna see here. Let's go ahead and try and use the pendant on them. Zombie grabs your arm with its bony hands. Quickly, it takes a voracious bite out of you. The miserable dead now welcome your company. Yeah, so, yeah, the pendant won't save you from mobs, only individuals. The mobs, however, are never roaming anywhere. They stay in those exact spaces that they're in, unlike the zombies who can just walk around. And we want to move up from here. The zombie junction. Keep moving north till you see something. It's a tombstone. Luckily, your name hasn't been carved into it. Well, now if we go back and look at a few of our little trinkets here, we have a bouquet. It looks good on a tombstone. Well, that's obviously what we need to do then. Use the bouquet on the tombstone. Nope, not it. That's not the correct tombstone. We need another one. Yeah, that's just a random tombstone with nobody's name on it. It's just a weird red herring. You can't use the stuff on it. You can't use the bouquet. Move. But if you keep north from here, you can head east and find another gravestone. Words on the gravestone read, "Here lies Talamar, so we think." Talamar was the absolute dumbass that we played as in Shadowgate. So there's another lovely reference to another MacVenture series game, and my favorite of them, Shadowgate. Uninvited is my second favorite, and Deja Vu is my least favorite of the three, because I just don't really care for the noir setting. That's not one of my things. But now we go back to the nameless tombstone, and we just keep heading east. Oh, there's a zombie, hang on. No doubt in your mind that this creature is undead. Let's go ahead and use the pendant and blast this fool. Kamehameha! Yep, blasted him again, and he's gone. Why can't we use this thing on like all the random ghosts and shit that have been causing us trouble this whole damn time? That I would like to know. Okay, I'll get north out of here and keep going north. And follow this hallway to get to another Easter egg thing in here. The maze is just chock full of random stuff that's fun. Ah, there we are. It's a marble coffin. You realize with sadness that one day you too shall die. Let's hope it's not sooner than you think. Now, you can't really do anything with this, I thought, but I did learn from watching something recently that you can actually open the coffin. And if you do that, then you can move into the coffin. As you enter the coffin, someone or something closes the heavy marble lid on top of you. You slowly suffocate as the oxygen is consumed. Most people die first and then go into a coffin. So yeah, it's just a bonus way to die. They love those. Okay, so we don't actually want to do that. Instead of going into the coffin room, we want to head south from right in front of the coffin room. And we're going to just keep following south until we get to a T-junction. And then from there, we head to the west, and that takes us to the rooms that were just past that zombie horde that we couldn't go past. There we go. You see a tombstone that has been carved quite differently than the others. Tombstone are the words, "A rose is but a rose." I wonder what that message could possibly mean. I think we know what that message could possibly mean. Let's put the bouquet there. As a gesture of kindness, you put the bouquet at the foot of the headstone. And we get a door. Tombstone slides away, revealing a secret passageway. This is the exit of the maze. Move west. 3 cages have been sealed within the far wall of the maze. Okay, so if we head west further, we run into that zombie horde, which is no good, but let's look at this. Strong-looking cage. There seems to be a keyhole in the center. Something seems to be moving around inside. You hear a scratching sound. All right. We do happen to have key 1, which is just the MVP of this whole game. Let's use key 1. Click. The cage is unlocked. Suddenly, something jumps out of the cages. 3 animals jump out of the cages. They are confused by their freedom and new surroundings. Snarling, the cat looks hungrily at its prey. You guess that it hasn't eaten in weeks. The bird looks ready to strike. It glares intently at the snake. With a hiss, the snake darts out its tongue. It looks pretty hungry. Okay. So here's the deal. We have a cage, right? It's right there. If we cage one of these animals, then the other two animals will interact in the appropriate way. The cat should eat the snake, the cat should eat the bird should eat the snake, and the snake should eat the cat, yes? So what we need to do, we'll cage the snake. That should get rid of the bird when the cat eats it. So we'll use the cage on Mr. Snake, and then the cat should be full from eating the bird. Cat turns the bird into a quick snack. Cat turns and attacks you, going for the jugular. Oh, nope, cat did not care for that. Although you did see the cat suddenly become in a contented sleepy pose, because originally that was the solution. For some damn reason, it's been changed. The game changed it when I think in the PC version too. I can't remember if it's right there either, but they rewrote it at the last minute for some bizarre-ass reason. So let's go ahead and use the key. Let's instead punch the snake. I just wanted to show this, because that's the dog again for the cat. But the bird is just, like, hype as fuck about what's going on in the bag. He's like, oh shit! And the snake is just, bleh. I love that snake. The three hungry animals, now free from their cells, have spotted their dinner. The animals attack you in a pecking, biting, snarling mass. You are unable to defend yourself against this vicious onslaught. We are kind of a little bitch. Defeated by a small snake, not even like a giant anaconda, that's like a grass snake, somehow kills us, along with a bird and a cat. I'm disabled. I have a disease that makes it very hard for me to move, and I'm quite weak. I could probably handle a random bird, cat, and, like, common snake. How much of a loser is this guy? Like, I'm not gonna be one of those guys that, like, 55% of men thought they could take a tiger barehanded. Like, no, hell no. That ain't no tiger, though. That is just some dumbass cat. It's like, it's a house cat. It's not gonna beat me. The actual solution, if you cage the cat, the bird will fly off with the snake, as it was supposed to always. And then, however, the bird will turn around and come back and finish you off as well, which is like, no, that ain't how that works. That don't make no damn sense either. What you need to do is cage the bird. This is a bizarre puzzle. I have no idea how they reached this conclusion. I really, genuinely don't know. How can I not find a keyhole? There's one right fucking there, guys. Use key 1. On that fucking keyhole, there. Okay. Had to pixel hunt that a little bit. Okay, so here's the animals. We need to cage the bird. This is a bizarre solution. I don't understand this. You grab the hawk and put it in the cage. Suddenly the snake attacks the cat. It is amazingly swift. The snake's middle quickly swells up. Somehow this grass snake just swallowed a cat, which is not pleasant. I'm not happy that happened either. But now if we examine the snake, the extreme understatement say that the cat is very full. Because the cat's supposed to be the thing that eats the bird. It left that text in. It can't even move. Yeah, you were supposed to cage the snake, and the cat would eat the bird, be full, and leave you alone. Why did this happen this way? I don't know, but we now have a bird in a cage, which we need for another puzzle that got added because of it. Move south. What a bizarre thing. Just a code snarl that I don't understand. Hello. Hi, you kind of look like a butt. It bobs up and down. We can see a gym. Alright, before your eyes is the biggest, strangest creature you've ever seen. It bounces up and down. There's some kind of jewel behind it. For some reason, the creature reminds you of the moon. I guess because it looks kind of like a butt. Notice it makes no sound as it bounces. Well, we have a scroll that talks about that, if I recall. No, that's gold, silver, mercury. Are the garden maids contains the block of the It's guarded by he who moves as the moon. And we saw another thing that the bouncing creature likes things that fly, if I recall, was a message somewhere. Can't remember where we found that. It was in one of the notes we read. But we do have something that flies, so let's go ahead and... Can we just punch this? Creature's body simply bounces back. Yeah, okay. Can we talk to you? I am the guardian of the Blothny Gem. No one may touch it. Okay. Well, we have a thing that flies, and the bouncy creature likes things that fly. So let's go ahead and use the cage. Right here. Oh, no, let's just open the cage then. As soon as you open the cage, the bird flew off. He looks kind of like a butt. He looks like a tomato. I don't know what he is. Oh my god, he's not pleasant. Strange creature was utterly fascinated by the bird. It gave chase to eat it. Well, there you go. Well, there you go. Okay. Take the jewel. There's the Blothny Gem. The jewel is large and heavy. It must be the Blothny Gem. Now, since we're on the NES version, we can just get the hell out of here. If we cast the little telemaze. There you go. You shout telemaze as loudly as possible. Spellcasting works different in the PC version. There's like several words that you chain together to make different spells. You type them in. Teleport to the entrance instantly. Okay, so we're done with the maze, and we're done with the outside. Inside the chapel. Well, we can't drop down that hole, we've ascertained that. However, we have the Blothny Gem, and there was a gem-shaped hole in front of the doorway of the Magisterium. That's what we need the Blothny Gem for. Where is that damn thing in my inventory? It's around here somewhere. I believe we're done with the matches now, too. Ah, there it is. Use the jewel on the recess there. Insert the gem in the hole. It fits perfectly. Now we can go in the Magisterium, whatever the hell that is. Suddenly the gem begins sending off sparks. You get the feeling that the silver orbs have something to do with this. Voila, the door opens. Okay, let's go. Oh god, what the hell is this? As soon as you enter the room, you are shocked to discover a floating blue creature. Seems to be some sort of guardian. You hear it hiss something about food. I need the seed from a growing green thing, it hisses. Oh, we got that. Here you go. You have a fruit. Suddenly the strange creature's hungry eyes light up. It attacks the fruit and swallows it down with one gulp. Satisfied, the hideous creature belches and disappears. Okay, bye. Great animation for leaving. Okay. Let's go ahead and start opening doors. It won't open. It's locked. You can never unlock this, by the way. This door is actually the door to the art gallery, which is cut from the NES game. That's why this door exists here, because this room still exists, but the room it goes to does not. There's another one like that in Shadowgate that you can never go into because the NES cut it because it had, I believe, a slightly risque thing in it. Okay, so let's open this door. Open the door. See what we got here. This looks like Dr. Frankenstein's laboratory. Great. I wonder what kind of experiments were performed here. I want to use these. No, I can't. Okay. Well, if I can't have it, if I can't drink this shit, then nobody's ever gonna drink this random bullshit. Fuck all your stuff. Crash! Lab tools is completely destroyed. That sure felt good. That item was just called lab tools. Okay. A heavy iron lid is set to the floor. It won't open, it's locked. Okay, well, we got the answer to that. This damn key has been unbelievably useful. The key won't fit in the lock, it's the wrong one. Oh my god. What do you know? Okay. It's a large cauldron, the likes of which may have been seen in Macbeth. Alright. Pile of firewood. Well, we can light it. I think that's just the coblin. The coblin? The cauldron a-bubblin. I confused cauldron and bubblin there and got coblin. I don't think you actually have to. I don't think lighting the fire under the cauldron does anything. Actually, but I have matches still, so why not? Just 'cause it's fun. There you go. Fire within the fireplace flares up. Okay, great. Now then, there's cauldron. There's nothing in the cauldron. It doesn't matter. See an eerie sky through this window. Wonder what could be in the wall safe. Perhaps it contains a clue to the whereabouts of your sister. Well, let's open it. Something is written on the safe. First, the secret numbers. Last, the right button. Okay. Well, we have a clue to this. I believe one of the scrolls tells us. Secret numbers. Now, that would be scroll 2. Gold, silver, and mercury. Together they form a key. Okay. And so gold, silver, and mercury. We have a card that tells us periodic table element numbers. Yeah. Okay, gold is 79, silver is 47, and mercury is 80. So 79, 47, 80 is what we need. 40. Oh my god, I already forgot. That's the brain I'm operating on at 3 a.m. in the morning. On, like, I think the end of September when I'm recording this for you all. Oh god, hang on. Let Kay's brain recharge. 79, 47, 80. 79, 47, 80. Okay. 79, 47, 80. What? No, I tried to click. Oh, God. Okay, hang on. Oh, any interaction sends you out. Okay, this is a very awkward puzzle. Okay, I gotta click on the little numbers. 79. That's an 8. 47. I do like that it goes invisible over them so you can see. And then 80. You did it. That was the correct combination. There we go. Ah. Jar is made of an extremely hard substance. It says cookies on it. You can hear something inside when you shake it. Okay, open it up. It won't open. Smash it. You try and break the jar, but it's much too strong. You'll need to use something else to break this. Believe it or not, this is where you use the axe, that giant medieval battle axe that we got. We bash the cookie. Using all your strength, you swing the axe. With a crash, both the axe and the cookie jar shatter into pieces. That was one hell of a cookie jar. Aha, you were right. There was a cookie in the jar. Okay, well, we now have a solution to another puzzle. We needed that cookie. I also want to check in this room, though. I forget what's even in here. Oh, this room. Yeah, I don't think this room actually matters. But we will look around. These large lenses can bring the stars to your eyes. You turn a few pages of the book. The language of this text is indecipherable to you. Maybe someday we'll be able to reach one of these distant points of light on this star map. Yeah, this is just a nice little place. The table's covered with tiny indentations. I don't think this room serves any purpose. I think it's just a place to puzzle around in for a minute and move on, since you can't find anything you can do in here. Let's head back to the house. We've solved about everything in the house except for one thing, so I guess logic could conclude that you have a food item and the little hungry guy that said he looks hungry. Like, yeah, maybe you'd figure this out. For some reason, when I see him, I think he wants a cookie anyway. I don't know why I think that. I'm just like, I would give this little bastard a cookie. But yeah, he comes around here a lot, so let's go ahead and use the cookie on his little pet dish. And this character is known in the community as the Cookie Monster. I love his theme song. It's the only place it plays. Creature finally stops running. He grabs the waiting cookie and quickly runs away. In his haste, he leaves the key which he had carried with him. Yeah, I love his little theme. Do, 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 do. Alright, let's take the key. That's key 2. Now we have a key for the other room that we haven't been able to get into. Let's head back. We needed the key to open the door that was in the room with the cookie in the first place. So let's head on in to that back room and use the key. There we go. Door's unlocked. Key 2 finally, when Key 1 couldn't do the job, Key 2 finally stepped in. Said, I got this. Ouch, with a thud, you land on the floor of this cave. You notice that there's about 5 inches of tar on the ground. There's no way back to the mansion proper through here in the original game, but in the NES version, they do give you a way to get out. It involves going into the room with the spider down here. You stand in a section of cave that is mysteriously frozen. An acrid mist rises from the frozen sludge of the cave mouth. The misty tendrils form themselves into a robed human figure. He says, You've come. I've been waiting for you. Please listen to me. Long ago, I dueled with my disciple, Draken, in this place. I confined him here in the ice, but his power was too much for me. I am now forever locked in this dimension, with only the ability to project my image into this cave. I ask a favor of you, my son. Send the sleeping Draken in the ice away into the dark world. With that, the old man disappears. Now, we will get to that in a moment. We have other things to concern ourselves with. Too high for you to reach it. But if we go in here, you step in the cave, a giant spider emerges from a hole in the ceiling. Poison drips from its fangs. This is the room with the spider from before. If you could get past him, you can get up there and get into the chapel. I don't know why they included this, because I guess because if you didn't find the star, you'd be screwed, and they wanted to make it so that there's no lose states in the game, which is nice of them. That almost makes up for the assholery of the ruby and the spider being the thing that you need to scare the ghost the game doesn't ever tell you about. But you can deal with the spider in this because there's a spell specifically for this purpose. It's Stellini. Let me see here. What was Stellini again? Awake to a sleep, movement to still, 6 legs or more bend to your will. Yeah, this thing's got 6 legs or more, so we can say Stellini to it. You shouted Stellini as loudly as possible. Spider's movement's grind to a halt. It seems to have gone to sleep. Yeah, you could leave, but you can't come back through that way. You have to go all the way back through to the lab. So we're not going to go over there. We're just going to go back where we came from and deal with this. Because we have everything we need to solve the puzzle down here. So, ice. Now, it was cold when we set the star on fire in the box. But it also says that it burns once in contact with ice, according to the poem that the arachnophobic ghost had. So, if we use the star here, it should burn, and that should melt ice, right? The shout, you throw the brass star into the ice. Now we get a little dancing fire spirit thing. I don't know what this is. Suddenly a flaming apparition appears. Steam bursts from the ice as it rapidly melts. The melting ice mass creates a flow of water that rushes into the next cave. Now we get, like, the body of what appears to be Dracula floating away. That must be Drakan sleeping in the ice. Current sweeps a human figure from within the ice into the next cave. Suddenly the old man reappears. Hurry, before he can awake. You must eject him into the dark world. Do as I request. That, he again disappears. Current suddenly pulls you under and you are swept away. Sputtering, you stand up in the water and notice that you are in a very small cave. You fail to see the bottom of this pit. In his dark robe, the frozen figure begins to thaw rapidly. This has to be Draken. Now let's punch him in the face. Sid Haig is pissed. Suddenly, Draken's eyes open wide. He's awake. He grabs your arm and, using your weight and momentum, he sends you hurtling into the pit. Shocked, you fall helplessly into the abyss and begin your long descent into darkness. Your quest is over. Yeah, don't try to beat up Draken. You're too much of a nerd to beat up the nerd. Okay, so let's melt it and then eject him into the dark world, which is pretty self-explanatory, I suspect. Oh, did we examine the ice? The whole cave is frozen solid. Yeah, sure is. Wild, huh? Okay, here we go. I love this little tune for, like, spooky stuff happening. Alright, so we melt everything. Draken floats away. He was frozen in there somewhere. And old man tells us to send him into the dark world, or eject him into the dark world. Well, we have everything we need for that puzzle, because we have Draken. I have a bottomless hole. So let's go ahead and use Draken on bottomless hole. His moan echoes for quite some time, gradually fading. We just gave this guy the most epic swirly of all time. Okay. Well, it's so dark you can't see well. Well, let's move up the passageway. Don't go down the hole. You just fall down and die just without the Draken screen. Aha! You seem to have found an exit. An ancient staircase leads you straight to a door. Can't go through the door until you open it. Yes, of course. It won't open. It's locked. Ah, our bro key 2 has its only other use here. Use key 2 on door. And this cave connects to this room. You hear your sister's voice crying out. It sounds like it's coming from above you. Suddenly the screaming stops. Oh. That's why there was a draft in here, though, because that cave connects through that door. All right, well, let's move. Let's get out of here. We need to go upstairs if it's coming from above us. Let's hurry up here. You are on the second floor hallway. Help! It's your sister's voice. It sounds closer than before. By the way, in the PC version, it's your younger brother. In the NES version, it's your older sister for whatever reason. Your sister must be on this floor somewhere. You must be getting close. Inside the master bedroom. You head in here to the master bathroom. That's not the one we need. There was another bathroom, though, that we could get to. I forget where exactly it is, though. Is it over here? Must be getting close. Yes, we know. Yeah. Pressure begins to bear down on you. Yeah, we don't like this place. It's a spooky room. We've ascertained that several times. Aha! So I love all these mirrors that I've punched. You're in the bathroom. The door slams shut behind you. Congratulations, if you made it here, you are on the next to last screen of the game. Your sister's screams are deafeningly loud in here. It almost seems as if she's on top of you. Well, let's use the faucet. Turn on the faucet, water gushes out. Okay. The water in the bathtub now begins to overflow if you take any other action in here. Let's open this hamper, just because we can. The tub begins to fill rapidly. The drain doesn't appear to be working correctly. And also, that door is really goddamn tight, apparently. Let's try moving. You go to the door until you've opened it. Ah, it calls it a door, though. The water is really getting deep. Too bad you didn't bring your rubber duck. Why don't we try to open this? It's too high for you to reach it. Water continues flowing, flooding the bathroom. It's too high for you to reach it. Water continues flowing. Ah, bubbling. The water level rises. Your head is almost touching the ceiling. If the water level goes any higher, you're in deep trouble. You did it. It's open. You can stay in here and drown, but, I mean, it's no different. It's just the red skull screen again. What's on the other side? Let's move up through here. You come out into the attic. It's your big sis. At last you found her. How the fuck is she in here? If the only way, well, I guess there's a window, but she somehow got out on the roof and came in through here, because the only other way is to flood the bathroom, take the light fixture out, and climb through. She seems to be ignoring you. Come on, sis, you shout at her, but she doesn't move. Look at her very closely and then shrink back in horror. Your sister's eyes are glazed, and her sickly smile tells you that something is horribly wrong. Speak to her. What's with her? No matter what you say, she doesn't respond. Well, you need to slap her. That's the first step. You slap your sister. Sis, what's wrong with you, you ask. Oh, you're full of a Satan. Suddenly a horrible spirit comes out of your sister's body and screeches at you. The thing begins to speak in a low rattle. This little one is too weak for me. I need new blood and a stronger body. I need you. I will have you. You will join us now. And sister just bails, furthering the fact that she is the worst sister. She's like, peace out, bye. In horror, your sister shakes her head, gets up, and jumps out the window. Now that she's safe, it's time to deal with you, you shout at the undead nightmare. What do we have that can do this? We've used our magic. Cloud DC doesn't do anything, so there's no point in that. We could yell THUNDEDE, but that don't help. Let's go ahead and yell THUNDEDE at him for old time's sake. THUNDEDE! Nothing happens. Okay, let's punch him. Suddenly we get a bunch of spooky guys, including a Grim Reaper. Suddenly you feel quite helpless. You know that you are no longer part of the world of the living. Much to your horror, you realize you are now a prisoner in the realm of the undead. Your game is over. Okay. Well, let's try something else. Punching him did not work, and it takes you all the way back here, unfortunately. So what you have to do, remember, is you use the faucet in here, and then you just waste time, basically. Water flows rapidly into the drain. Yeah, we just bide time until it says the water's almost to our head and gets pretty close. I think it's the next one after this. Too high to reach. Yeah, there we go. And now, if you click on it, yeah, you're in deep trouble. You did it. It's open. Okay. I just wanted to show that death because it's the only time that Grim Reaper sprite appears in this game. I think it's from Shadowgate. It's our boy Grim Reaper from Shadowgate. It was nice for him to cameo. I mean, I appreciate it. He was a pretty helpful dude in Shadowgate. He was there to catch us that one time. He was just nice. He gave us a hug, too. Okay, so what you do here is you punch your sister, and probably rightly so at this point for abandoning you to die in a burning car, and then retroactively deserving it for just bailing on you the second this thing comes out of her. And she's like, well, bye. See ya. Just busts right through the window like, psh, sis out. Okay, now then, it's time to deal with you. We have an item that we have yet to use. We absolutely have to have it because the way didn't open until we picked it up. At one point, I believe. And it is the goblet right there. In the original non-NES version, it is Cross, which obviously... Can we examine the demon? No, beyond a shadow of doubt that this creature is the source of all the evil here. So it wasn't even Draken, really. He was just a side hoe to the big monster here, I guess. Alright, well, let's use the goblet on it, because the goblet's full of holy water. We did that, the celestial water that we got from the basin earlier. Drink this, you say, as you splash the water on the spirit. The hideous creature screams in pain at the touch of the water. In an instant, the menacing apparition fades into nothingness, leaving no tangible evidence of his having been there. Alright, now we can leave. Climb through the window, out onto the balcony. Your sister wears a distressingly flesh-colored outfit. You are surprised that the air is so mild. In fact, a warm, pleasant breeze wafts past. A bright, warm sun begins to shine through the clouds. Then you see your sister. Sis, you're okay, you shout as you hug her. Of course I am, silly, your sister replies. I just went into this house a couple of minutes ago. For no reason, I just wandered into it because I could. At least it seemed like a couple of minutes ago. I guess I fell asleep. Boy, what a nightmare I had. You hug your sister again, thanking heaven above that it's all over. Your sister is now herself again. You are aware of a sense of peace and triumph. It was a nightmare, wasn't it? She asks hesitantly. You see fear in her eyes. With a smile, you reply, of course it was, sis. Just a real bad dream. Let's go home, you say, as you and your sister step into the warm golden glow of the summer sun. And that concludes the Uninvited. All in all, it's a wonderfully spoopy sort of game. I like spoopy a lot more than actually scary. Spoopy's fun and scary's kind of just repetitive and dull usually. And there's the outro for the wrapper of the game that holds all of them for this retro collection. But yeah, we get a little peace sign and a heart icon from our sister, which is a little awkward. But yeah, thanks to the original developers, and thanks to everyone here for making this, because it is a total faithful conversion. It has all the same music, all the same bugs, anything that is in it, it's there. It's a one-to-one perfect conversion, as it should be, because the NES versions of the MacVenture trilogy are really deserving of that kind of love. They are excellent. And that is of course, what we have for you for the Halloween special this year. We did Shadowgate previously. I thought I'd do Uninvited here. Probably won't do Deja Vu because it's not really a horror thing. There's no, like, monsters and stuff. But if you want to try that yourself, feel free to. It's worth a shot. All three of the Mac Venture titles are excellent games for their time. I think they all hold up decently to this day. I quite like them. They're about my speed. The NES is definitely the definitive way to experience them, in my opinion. People can disagree with me on that. There's some arguments for some of the other versions of PC versions of them. But yeah, that was the Uninvited, and thank you all for watching. I will see you all next month. We're done with Halloween now, so spooky season's over. We'll have some distinctly less spooky stuff. But as always, thank you for watching, and until next time, please be good and also spoopy to each other. Bye-bye for now.